So Women for Women in APAC is just starting. We are to hold our first event for International Women's Day in 2022. The rest of the year will look like, a number of events rolled out across Hong Kong, Australia, through New Zealand, China as well. It'll be external speakers, internal speakers, panel discussions. We've gone out with some early marketing on Women for Women to gain interest and participation. We've set up a board which we'll be introducing to the broader network in the next month. And from then on, it's kind of full steam ahead to work out what our members would like to hear from us and what they want to be kind of exposed to in the next year. So it's very much its infancy. We've got some great support with, where the US and central continental Europe are, but I think we've got a real opportunity to, create some momentum and some excitement for the Women for Women chapter here in APAC. APAC can be quite a challenging region because you have lots of cultural differences, you have time zone differences, have different offices doing different things. So, trying to create that network and that connectivity between our members, I think will be really important. And it's something that through the pandemic, when we were approaching people about what they wanted, that feeling of connection was something that kind of consistently came through. So I suppose what I'm really hoping that Women for Women APAC can do is connect people better and give them a good sense of the networks that are available to them in Computershare. We are such a global business that it's incredibly helpful just to know that you've got a friend, a colleague over in Hong Kong who can potentially help you out and get you to someone who you need to talk to. I think predominantly the first way is to expose people to different networks and also different job opportunities and what they can see. So through visibility, we're going to be able to provide better pathways. And then also just, as I'm saying, through kind of the realization and different speakers, just prompting different ideas so that people can feel that they've got support and career resources for them. I think International Women's Day is a great lightning moment for everyone to kind of come together collectively and remind ourselves where we are, where we've been, and kind of what the future of women work can look like. Life is really busy and everything, often gets all jumbled together. So I think it's important to take those milestones and have an opportunity to reflect and really think and take things forward. I mean, in this situation with Women for Women APAC, we've used International Women's Day as kind of the kicking off point and stepping stone. So kind of trying to harness that global enthusiasm and focus on it to, create some momentum for our own chapter. There are so many things I love about my job. I have a great team who teaches me things all the time, and I'm learning different parts about this business and different parts about deals. I mean, that's the exciting thing. My job is never the same. Working in Computershare in particular, we've got such a vast array of businesses that there's always more to kind of understand. And I think that curiosity and love of knowledge is something that always kind of keeps me inspired, even through long nights and early mornings and international time zones. I also just really love interacting with all the people in the business, finding out what makes them tick, why they love their job, what they kind of get out of it. And I suppose that's what keeps me up in the morning, gets me up in the morning. I really enjoy seeing the opportunities for growth that this business has. I think there's some really exciting things that we're doing, and I enjoy being a part of that and thinking about the strategy and where we can go in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, and what we kind of want the business to look at. So I get to step forward and look into the future all the time, and that's a really exciting opportunity. Well, I've only been at Computershare for 3 years, so I'm a relative baby compared to a lot of the tenure around here. I'm constantly impressed when I chat to someone who's like, oh yeah, I've been at Computershare for 20 years. And it's quite amazing that we can retain that corporate knowledge. But in the last 3 years, the biggest transaction that Computershare has done has been something that I've been able to be a part of, and that's the acquisition of the corporate trust business out of Wells Fargo. So completing that deal and climbing that mountain with a really large team has been, a highlight of my time at Computershare, but a highlight of my career in general. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that acquisition unfolds, and the opportunities that we can make out of it, because it's a really exciting thing to be involved with. My advice to other women who are starting out in their careers would be to embrace as many different people and as many different experiences as you possibly can. Um, you know, sometimes we have preconceptions about what things are going to work or how we want to do things, and you know, some of the best pieces of knowledge or, you know, some of the most interesting experiences that I've had in my career have come through the unexpected job opportunity, the unexpected putting your hand up to do a particular role or try out on a particular project. So I think keeping an open mind and trying to take on all of those different experiences just gives you a breadth of experiences that you can kind of take going forward, and also just expands your network. You just never know when an opportunity is going to come from, and the creation of a relationship, you know, might come to fruition 2 or 3 years later down the track.